just bought 4 condiments from the grocery store. 4, okay? We have ketchup, I did mayo, ranch, and barbecue sauce. Literally only 4 of these, okay? And as you can see, they're like their regular sizes, all right? Guess how much money it was? It was $20.
I just left Walmart where I bought 1 bottle of body wash, 1 stick of deodorant, and 8 rolls of toilet paper. My bill was $49 fucking dollars.
I'm realizing I have no concept of money or like what a good deal is or anything because of how often prices change or like just how bad inflation is and how bad it keeps getting.
Yo, what's up YouTube? We all know how bad the economy is right now. So today we've been watching TikToks about Americans reacting to how expensive groceries are. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Groceries are crazy expensive right now. You can't even go out without spending like $50. It's actually insane. But without further ado, let's hop in the video, you know what I'm saying?
I just bought 4 condiments from the grocery store. 4, okay? We have ketchup, I did mayo, ranch, and barbecue sauce. Literally only 4 of these, okay? And as you can see, they're like their regular sizes, all right? Guess how much money it was? It was $20 for 4 regular sized condiments. And the smaller, tinier versions that were literally like this much was only $1 cheaper. So I was like, well, what's the point of me only getting like this tiny itty bitty half petite Bella Hadid size when I could just get the regular size for $1 more? $20 for 4 condiments. That's all.
To be honest, what's correct? To be honest, me being young, that didn't really seem too bad to me because, like, I guess it's gonna last you a long time, but it's still expensive. And then also on the point of her saying, like, why would I get the smaller one? It's only $1 less. That's how they get you to spend more money. You know what I'm saying? That's just like so they think that you're, or they want to make you think that you're like outplaying them, kind of thing. But in reality, they just wanted you to get the big one, spend more money. You know what I mean? Because they're making money either way.
I just left Walmart where I bought 1 bottle of body wash, 1 stick of deodorant, and 8 rolls of toilet paper. My bill was $49 fucking dollars. $50 for 3 items. I'm getting ready to move into a new apartment. And for a 1-bedroom, 638 square feet, it's going to be $930 a month. Gas is $5 a gallon. Milk is $3.89 a gallon. And bread is almost $6 a loaf. A 24-pack of bottled water is $7 fucking dollars. And I'm at the point now to where at 50 years old, I'm trying not to crack here. I'm 50 years old, and there's no fucking way I'm ever going to be able to retire. I've had to cash in my life insurance and my 401 in order to survive. You know, after a certain amount of time living and working on this planet, you shouldn't have to work you should not have to work 2 fucking jobs just to survive. I'm so discouraged.
That's so sad, bro. Like, because all these videos that we see from my other videos on my channel is all about how, like, no one's gonna be able to retire, it's too expensive, yada, yada, yada. And it's just getting worse year and year, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, you know, he's already 50 in this year, so he's on, like, probably the worst time that you could be at. But then it's just gonna get worse and worse for us, you know what I'm saying? So when we're older, we're just screwed. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not good looks.
I'm realizing I have no concept of money or like what a good deal is or anything because of how often prices change or like just how bad inflation is and how bad it keeps getting. Like I was, my mom and dad recently visited me and we went shopping for groceries, and I was telling my mom, I was like, oh yeah, I like to go to my local Walmart and get my milk because it's cheap, and I was like, it's only like $6 a gallon, and my mom's like, 6?
Nah, did you hear that? $6 a gallon is like normal for her, but then the guy in the last video, he was complaining about it being $3 a gallon, I think. Like, that just shows the disparity between like areas, I guess.
You think that's a good deal? And I'm like, yeah, like everywhere else it's like pretty expensive. Even like Aldi and stuff, it's pretty similar. I'm not saying it's fully similar, but I'm like, yeah. I mean, I also prefer like a special kind of milk. Like I'm pretty picky with my milks, but my mom's like, Ella, like $6 is not what you want. You should not be paying that much. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's like what it's what it's been since I got money. ever since I've like been 16, I feel like $6 was pretty normal for at least where I live. And so my concept of a $6 carton of milk is normal to me. But my mom is like, no, you should not be paying that much. But I'm like, no, Mom, it's a good deal. And she's like, no. And we had an argument about it, which was, I actually thought was kind of funny.
I don't know. So first of all, I was focused on the Rubik's Cube most of the video, not gonna lie. But like, why would you argue with your mom when she's been around longer, and like, so she knows how the prices should be and stuff like that, and you only have experienced it in one area one time? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just be like, it's just what we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not a good deal, it's just what I'm used to. It's the best option for me.
Tonight, and I'm here at the grocery store. I come to get some stuff. America's not going to be able to survive like this. How are we going to survive? I got stuff to make burger and fries, okay? I got enough meat to make 8 hamburgers, a pack of hamburger buns, a thing of charcoal, a bag of potatoes, and grease. Take a wild guess. $50 damn $50 to make homemade hamburgers and French fries? There's no way we're surviving. I make good money, and this is not sustainable. I can't spend $50, and I didn't even get nothing. This right here was on sale for $3.99, so the charcoal was only $3.99. The rest of the food, hamburger meat, buns, potatoes, and grease, $45. We are so screwed.
I think like the point of that, or the point of like the world doing this, is to, so everyone's like, oh, save money, cook your own food, yada yada yada. And obviously, he's not buying these things like at like as close to scratch as possible. But still, then this differs, or like this shrinks the gap between like making your own food versus just going out and paying for some expensive ass burger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's like a good theory or anything, but that's kind of what I take from this video.
Have you noticed that every time you go to the grocery store, people look pissed off, and not had a bad day pissed off? I mean, worn down to the bone, stretched thin, about to snap pissed off, right? Every time I go down there to the grocery store, it's the same thing. Every time, same scene, copy paste, copy paste. It's people in sweatpants, hoodies, not making eye contact with anyone. No one's casually browsing or lingering. No one's socializing.
I mean, you can't really casually browse or nothing like that, because then you're going to end up spending money that you don't really want to spend, and then you're just screwed, you know what I'm saying? And then nobody wants to socialize because it's so expensive. Like, you go to the grocery store, you're like, damn, bro, I got to spend this money again this week, like, yada, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Everybody just wants to get in and get out and not deal with anyone, right? And full transparency, I'm one of those people. I go there in sweatpants and hoodie and don't make eye contact and just want to get in and get out. I do self-checkout all day, every day. And it's extremely cold most days, so nothing kills my mood faster than having to go out into the cold and standing around other exhausted people and spending $100 freaking dollars on what used to be a $20 bag of groceries. But I say this because collectively, people are running on fumes. You can feel it in the air. It's palpable. And of course, this isn't a mystery to anyone. I'm not giving you a groundbreaking revelation here. This is what it looks like when being broke and tired becomes normal life. And the more that I see that every day, and the more that I see it progress and get worse and worse and worse, I keep thinking back to this video that the Pentagon came out with in 2016 that's called "The Future is Urban." And if you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. I'll link it below. So it opens with a simple line: "The future is urban." And they lay out a world where that by 2030, cities will just keep growing and resources will get tighter and tighter, more constrained. Governments will get more stretched. And you'll have more and more people just ending up young, broke, and stuck in crowded systems that don't really work anymore. They speak of mega cities, slums, shanty towns, makeshift power grids, and criminal networks that fill that vacuum and offering opportunities for the growing mass of unemployed. Now look around in 2026, dude. People are struggling. They're broke. A lot of them are one bad month away from real problems. And that's the thing about people when they can't reliably feed themselves or their families and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. Their patience, it wears increasingly thin to the point where they snap. And that's what you're seeing in the grocery store. When you look at these people, you're not seeing bad attitude, you're seeing the lit fuse. And what gets me is this. The world today, it looks a lot closer to that 2030 projection than it does to 2016. Hands down. We've been rehearsing this future in movies for decades, right? Blade Runner 2049, Children of Men, District 9, Judge Dredd, Demolition Man, Elysium, Snowpiercer, The Purge, RoboCop, Ready Player One. Take your pick, man.
Oh, nah, because all those movies were like very technologically advanced compared to now, and then like something bad all occurred in the movies, I guess. I guess that's what he's saying.
And I'm not here to black pill you or to provide you with your daily dose of doom and gloom. I'm noticing where we are and just pointing it out. And to point you to that video that a lot of you probably aren't aware exists. I think it's important that you watch it. It's very eye-opening. And if you juxtapose it to 2026, we're on our way. Honestly, sleep seems to be the only escape from this. That's the way it feels. I personally look forward to going to sleep at night and escaping into my dreams. That's somewhere off world and far away from this. And I know that a lot of you resonate with that. You feel the same way. You see what I'm seeing, exactly what I'm seeing. You see those faces out in public in the grocery store. You see the look in their eyes. The look of, dude, I'm over this shit. Right?
Yeah, bro, if you guys watch more of my videos, not just trying to like promote or whatever, but like a lot of them, it's just Americans being crazy tired and they're all exhausted and they just like are fed up with it and they can't even do it no more and they just want to be done completely and it's just like exhausting on them and they're just like everybody's just out of it, it seems like.
But it's not even just the grocery store. It's gas stations when you're filling up. It's when you're in traffic. It's the way that people talk to customer service workers, and it's also the way that customer service workers talk to customers. Nobody cares anymore. Customer service has gone out the window. And part of that might be a generational thing, the whole Gen Z stare and all that, but we're all too run down to care about each other, right? We have our own shit going on, and we can't extend any.
Yeah, sorry about the pauses, but that's like a conspiracy theory that I always hear about. How like, because you know how the government has been like on some weird stuff recently, or hypothetically been on some weird stuff according to like other stuff. They want everyone to be struggling, so they're focused on like themselves, so then they can just continue doing whatever they want, and no one has time to speak up about it. No one has time to do anything about it. You know, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just focused on their own problems because the system's creating so many problems at such a big magnitude for everybody to the point where everyone is broke, struggling, and tired. You know what I'm saying?
Form of kindness or decency to each other, at least when we're out in public, and also online. A lot of this, it comes down to the fact that nothing feels stable anymore. Jobs aren't stable. Our currency isn't stable. Rents aren't stable. They're constantly going up. Insurance is becoming unaffordable for a lot of people. There's just less and less breathing room for folks. And like I said, most people, they're literally one bad month away from everything in their world completely falling apart. People they're stuck. They're stuck in this permanent state of don't let anything go wrong, or I don't know what I'm going to do. Because that's all it takes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. All it takes is like one thing to just make you homeless and lose everything, and that creates like an anxiety-filled life every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you scared to drive? You're scared to like run into anybody. You're scared to cause any problems. You're scared to do anything that is outside of what you think that like your life can withstand. You know what I'm saying? It's just very anxiety-filled. Is basically what I'm saying.
It's one ER visit, one fender bender, one traffic ticket, having to owe taxes this year instead of getting a refund. Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. But we're in this limbo, and everyone's waiting for the next shoe to drop. There's possible nuclear war on the horizon. It's what people are talking about all over YouTube, and then what's going on down in Mexico, that whole thing. And there's just chaos and fear constantly. They're keeping us in this low vibration state of fear and chaos. And I'd say if you're smart, it really changes how you think about the future. Yeah, there might be those mouth breathers out there that I am a little envious of. I do feel like Cypher from The Matrix. Oh, there's another movie that I forgot to mention, The Matrix, where he doesn't want to remember anything. He wants to be rich. He wants to eat steak. He just wants to go back. He had wished that he had taken the blue pill. He wants to reverse that. And I get that.
Yeah, to be honest, there's people right now who do not know anything going on, and like even like kids my age and stuff. It's like they're not conscious of what is going on or what is gonna be going on when we're adults, and they're just so like not like for me. I feel like I'm pessimistic about it, and they're just so optimistic and stuff because they just don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I was like that. But at the same time, me knowing about it now, I guess I can better prepare myself for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, but at the end of the day, I do wish I was oblivious to it because then I'll be more happy. I'll be more optimistic about my future and all the above. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I had a lot less stress whenever I was like that, before I had taken the red pill, metaphorically speaking, before I dove down the rabbit hole. Because yeah, I see what's going on, but I'm just one person. What's going to change? Nothing seems to change. But it's like I was saying, it changes how you think about the future. It's hard to plan for the future, even get excited about it. Because when you're focused on short-term survival, it's hard to care about long-term goals or even believe in them, to even see them as viable at this point. You only have so much energy in a day, and you don't want to invest into something that can later be taken from you or be simply replaced by AI, right? This is especially true for people who have lost their jobs in software engineering, people who have spent tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of hours and learning how to code only to be replaced, and all of that work just completely wiped out, and now they can't find work. You run you run through those scenarios. I do, at least, and I don't want to spin my wheels on something that may never happen. You don't want to get too deep into something and then it be taken from you, because that's happening right and left with people. But the reason why I brought up the grocery store is because I see it as another canary in the coal mine. And I'm not saying any of this to scare you. Plenty of people already are. I used to enjoy trips to the grocery store. It was fun. It was more than just an errand. In my 30s, it was part of my weekend plans, right? Getting out and spending an hour or two at the grocery store, just casually browsing and looking for things to eat for the following weeks. We keep having these simple pleasures in life taken away from us.
Yeah, like they take away all these small things because they want our lives to dead ass just be work, go home, spend money, eating, driving back and forth, yada yada. Then you're like, damn, I need more money. Gotta go back to work, rest, work, rest, work, rest. Then you're just stuck in the trap because a lot of people, like their cost of living is equal or more than what they're actually making. So they're just going more and more in debt, or they're just staying complacent, and it's not by their choice. You know what I'm saying? And like older people, they're like, oh, Gen Z's buying Starbucks, door dashing, like Uber Eats, avocado toast, yada yada yada. But like in reality, even if you cut those things out, you're still getting screwed over. Like groceries are crazy high, like cost of living is hella high, rent, like how, nobody even owns houses. It seems like, so I don't know.
And it's wild how unrecognizable everything is from even 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Just be aware the next time you're in the grocery store. Just look around and observe people around you and get a sense of the mood and take note of what you see. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, to be honest, just recently I started like going grocery shopping because like I'm at the age where like I got my license a few months ago, but whenever I go, it's so gloomy. And in the grocery store, I don't know, I just feel like being more social. Like what's it called? I just talk to people. I just talk about random stuff, and like it seems like it brings a smile to their day just talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it brings a smile to my day because I like to practice being social. So yeah, I think it's like a win-win, me being more social. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you guys should try that too. That's something fun to do. I mean, well, maybe I'm a kid, so then it's like easier to talk to. So you wouldn't want to talk to like a random ass adult, I guess. Maybe I don't know. But anyways, like and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if I'm just being pessimistic about how I think about these, or if me and the people in the video are just being pessimistic, or is this really how it is at the moment and how it's gonna continue getting worse. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think in the comments. You guys are great. Hope you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe. Peace out.